I'm in the Natural History Museum of Berlin. I have come here to have a look at some of the fossilized dinosaur bones. I am after one specimen in particular, a specimen showing the morphology of the interior of a dinosaur bone. The museum has some remarkable specimens of dinosaurs, including this very large Brachiosaurus, now reclassified as a different genus, Giraffatitan. It is so large that it takes up much of the space of the entire museum. This land animal may have weighed as much as an adult blue whale. How did such a large animal even move? Its muscles and other soft tissues have perished, but the bones have been remarkably well preserved and they offer some clues. Here is a smaller cousin, or perhaps a distant uncle, a Kentrosaurus, much smaller but surprisingly with more heavily built bones. Giraffatitan appeared at a later time, was larger, but with thinner bones for its body size and even a partially hollow skull. Further down there are two skeletons of theropods, dinosaurs that are considered direct ancestors of the birds. They look streamlined, light, and fast. And then, around the back, the original emblematic fossil of an early bird, the Archaeopteryx, found in Germany, so light that it could even fly. Did the bones simply get slimmer and the creatures more streamlined as the evolution of dinosaurs into birds progressed? Modern birds often have bones that contain air and are somewhat hollow. It turns out this is nothing new. So did many dinosaurs. Here is a Tyrannosaurus rex, one of the most iconic and awe-inspiring dinosaurs. Its enormous skull is riddled with holes. There are even holes inside the bones. Here is what I was looking for, a Tyrannosaurus bone prepared so as to show the interior of the bone. It has a reticulated structure with bone filaments acting as supports in an otherwise empty space filled with air. Both the Tyrannosaur and a relative of the Giraffatitan, the Catapensaurus, are now known to have had exceptionally light bones containing air spaces that reduced both the weight of the dinosaurs and the amount of muscle mass needed to move them. Surprisingly enough, these huge animals actually specialized at being light. It is intriguing to wonder whether this had anything to do with the downfall of the dinosaurs. Many paleontologists today agree that the dinosaur extinction was caused by many contributing factors, but it is hard to imagine that the fall of that large meteorite in Central America did not trigger some of the events that led to that catastrophe. These large animals would have probably needed to continually consume food to power up their muscles and large bodies. They had adaptations such as light, streamlined bones with that avian-like inner bone morphology that might even suggest a kind of endothermy. This may have been a very simple type of endothermy, however, that might have depended very much on the animals remaining active and feeding or hunting to maintain their body temperature. Their large body size would have slowed down heat loss and might have helped them to stay in homeothermic balance, remaining active and hunting or foraging more and more in a feed-forward manner. Only some such process at work might explain the overall tendency for ever-increasing body sizes. Large body sizes would have promoted endothermy, but would have demanded an ever-active, food-consuming lifestyle, leading to an ever-increasing body size, both in the time course of the animal and on an evolutionary scale. Such a type of homeothermy would have critically depended on environmental conditions remaining stable so that food remained abundant. The scarcity of food and colder climate induced by the collision of the comet into the Earth could have changed all that and might have put an end to the generation and preservation of the dinosaurs' body heat through continual foraging-related activity. It might even be that those reptiles that survived seem today to like to remain inactive for most of the time, and it may be that it was just only these kinds that actually survived. The more active reptiles might have all simply just died out.